Welcome to the YouTube channel of Shet Vidya Mandir English High School. Dear children of class 7th CBSE, myself Rashmi, your science teacher, and today we will study chapter number 9, Soil. Children, in the previous video of this chapter, we had studied about the different types of soil. Now in this part of the video, we will study about the different properties of soil, and the different properties of soil are percolation rate of water for soil, moisture in soil, and absorption of water by soil. Properties of soil. Soil has some properties which sets the various types of soil apart from each other. Let us study these properties. Now let us understand the properties one by one. The first property that we will study is the percolation rate of water in soil. Now here children, we should understand the meaning of the word percolation. For that, first we will understand the meaning of the word percolate. Your percolate means filter or ooze gradually, especially through a porous surface. Ooze means very slow movement of water. Hence percolate means very slow movement of water through the surface. Now the next word that we will study is the percolation. Percolation means passage of water from the surface into the soil. It means the flow of the water. Percolation means the flow of the water from the surface into the soil. And hence percolation rate is the rate at which water can pass through the soil. That is, the time required for the water to flow through the soil is said to be the percolation rate. The rate of percolation can be calculated by using the following formula. Now your formula is percolation rate equals to amount of water divided by percolation time. Here the amount of water should be in ml and the percolation time should be in minute. Hence the unit of the percolation rate will be ml per minute. Percolation of water is highest in the sandy soil and least in clayey soil. Now we will study one example on this property, children. The example is, or the numerical problem is, 100 ml of water takes 25 minutes to percolate through a soil sample. Find its percolation rate. Now here children, the amount of water is given to you all and the time required for the percolation is given to be 25 minutes. And we have to find out the rate of percolation. Very first we will write the formula for the rate of percolation, and the formula is rate of percolation equals to amount of water divided by percolation time. And in this problem, the amount of water is given to be 100 ml and your percolation time is 25 minutes. Hence 100 ml divided by 25 minutes, and we will solve it, and the answer we are getting as the 4 ml per minute. Hence the rate of percolation of this soil sample is 4 ml per minute. Now children, we will study about an activity to find the percolation rate of water in different soil samples. For this you require to take 3 samples of different types of soil, and you are required to take 3 hollow PVC pipes of the same diameter, and you are fixing them in 3 separate holes dug in the ground. Now you are placing the soil samples in the pipes such that they are 3/4 full. Now you are pouring equal amount of water in the pipes. Before that, you can measure the volume of the water such that the volume of the water should be equal. Note the time that water takes to percolate through each type of soil. Make sure that the water does not spill over or run down the pipes. Now you can calculate the percolation rate of water using the formula that we had already studied. Rate of percolation equals to amount of water divided by percolation time. Children, now we will study about the second property of the soil, that is moisture in soil. Soil has moisture present in it. On a hot summer day, the air above the land seems to shimmer. Shimmer means shining. It happens because the vapors coming out of the soil reflect the sunlight, and hence the air above the soil seems to shimmer. Now, to understand that the soil contains moisture, we will be performing or learning one activity. For this, you require to take some soil in a test tube. Now, you are heating the test tube. After some time, you will find drops of water near the mouth of the test tube. Now, why this had happened? On heating, the water in the soil evaporates. It moves up and condenses on the cooler inner walls of the upper part of the test tube. This happens because the soil contains moisture. The third property of the soil, that is absorption of water in soil. The different soil samples differ in their water absorbing capacity or water holding capacity. Sandy soil has poor water holding capacity, while the loamy soil has the best water holding capacity. Now, to understand this property well, we are learning the one activity which shows or which compares the water absorbing capacity of the different types of soil. For this, you require to take 3 samples of soil of equal masses. It means the weight should be same. And the different soil samples should be of clayey soil, sandy soil and loamy soil. Set the apparatus using a funnel, filter paper and a conical flask as shown in the picture. Put the soil sample one by one in the filter paper. Now you are pouring equal volume of water through each sample of soil. Now you are comparing the volume of water collected to the volume of water poured through the soil samples. Now it is observed that the loamy soil has the maximum water holding capacity. Now, to calculate the percentage of absorption of water, we will try to find out the formula for this. Weight of soil we are taking as W grams. Initial amount of water in measuring cylinder is U ml. Final amount of water in measuring cylinder is V ml. Hence, volume of water absorbed by the soil will be U minus V ml. Weight of water absorbed by the soil is U minus V grams, because 1 ml of water is equals to 1 grams of water. Hence, percentage of water absorbed will be U minus V upon W multiplied by 100. Now we will study the differences between the sandy soil, clayey soil and loamy soil on the basis of the different properties. Now the first property, that is the constituents. The sandy soil has large sized sand particles. Clayey soil has small sized clay particles, whereas loamy soil has clay, sand and silt particles. The spaces between the sandy soil is quite large, whereas in clayey soil is very less and the loamy soil has very sufficient. The water holding capacity in the sandy soil is not very much. The clayey soil can hold a lot of water, whereas the loamy soil holds the right amount of water. Sandy soil is well aerated. Clayey soil is not well aerated, whereas loamy soil holds sufficient amount of air.